Hello, and welcome to a Patreon timed exclusive, meaning the Patreons are going to be getting this video before Gen Pop. This is a slight update on the card platformer game that I'm making. The reason that it's only a minor update is because there's only limited amount of things to show you. First reason for that is that most of what I've been doing with it has been behind the scenes. So, I mean, I can show you code, but I don't want to show you code because it's messy. But I can show you code, but that's about it. But in terms of the actual gameplay, there's not a massive amount that's gone on. And then the other two reasons are, one, I've hosted one game jam since the last video, and I've participated in another game jam since the last video. And then the final reason is I had a bit of an incident with a failing hard drive and lost about, I don't know, 10 hours worth of work. Luckily, most of it was making levels. Like, in terms of functional stuff, everything was still there from the last update from my backup. But yeah, I did lose quite a bit of work. And for anyone who's ever had that happen to you, you probably appreciate that it's very hard to get motivated just after that happens. But yeah, I'm back on it now. So I'll just quickly go over what's changed so far. Well, I'll start the game up. So as you can see, we've got a menu. There's not a lot going on here. I just threw this together to have something to look at, but we've got the menu going. When it's built, the exit game works everything. There's no options or credits yet. And then we've got the start game, which doesn't currently do anything. Well, I mean, it takes you here. This is where my level would have been, the one that I lost. I made a big long level. Those of you in Discord might have briefly seen a sketch of it on paper, the level that I made. But yeah, right now, nothing happens. It's pretty much, it's just this. I broke my pause menu, so I can't gracefully exit out of there. But if we go into tutorial, we can start to see a bit more of what's taking shape. So you start the tutorial, and we've got a nice, instructional thing here. And if you notice the exit door over there, it's closed at the minute, but when we jump up here, it opens, and that's because I've implemented, goals now. So there is stuff that you have to do. You can't just get to the exit. There's stuff that you're going to have to do in the levels, which hopefully will be facilitated by your choice of cards. But yeah, if we go there to the end now, we get another one. So in this one, we've got an enemy, and you can see that the door is closed, and you can't get out of it. But if I jump on the enemy, the door's open. And then finally, the last part of the tutorial, we have the actual card replacing mechanic, or the last part of the tutorial for now. And as you can see, we've got a couple of blank cards. If you ignore this last one here, this last one is literally just for me to test that the card swapping mechanic was working properly. Because if you notice, we've got the start button down here. So the idea is you can't start the game until you've swapped out all the blank cards. Because the blank cards would just be solid anyway. You wouldn't be able to go past them. But obviously, you can't finish the level with a blank card there. So you've got your cards down here. Right now, the picture's not right, but I'll fix that later. And you click on the card, and you can swap it. As you can see, we're still blanked out here because we have this blank card, even though it's not going to affect the actual game. In this case, it's literally, I just threw it there to test everything's working. But if we swap that, now we've got our little window open, and we can start the game. And that is essentially how the card swapping mechanic will work. I haven't actually put nope. I haven't actually put a thing that makes the exit door open on this one. But as things stand, I think that's going to be the entire... Oh, Jesus. I think that's going to be the entirety of the tutorial. Like, I might make things a bit smoother and polished, but I don't think there's anything else to show. I'm planning on having puzzle pieces, moving blocks, and things that you've got to unlock and all that. So maybe there will be some other stuff to add into the tutorial just to explain that part of things. But other than that, that's pretty much where we're up to now. So for the Patreons who are seeing this early, there will be a build for you guys to actually physically play relatively soon. Basically, I'm going to put some levels together. The game as it is now is basically what I'm going to let you guys get hold of. I just need to put some content together because right now what you've just seen me play is more or less all that's there. So I've got 4 or 5 levels sketched out on paper. At least one of those levels I built once. And I need to put some of those levels together so that there's something for you to play. And then I'm going to put a build together and make it available to the patrons. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So there will be a video accompanying that build, so the rest of you will be able to see a video about that build that the patrons are going to get to play. And like I say, the patrons, all patrons by the way, no matter what tier, are going to get a chance to play it. So that's it for this video, and all that's left to do now is to thank those amazing patrons. And of course, the special thanks goes to the Sugar Daddy / Mama top tier patrons: Dave Maldine, Reg Reed, Gabriel White, Aaron Clark, Mr. Drunken Dragon, and Julian. And a little sorry to the helpers, or the halpers, because I recently, in the Discord, set up special roles for each patron tier rather than just one for all the patrons. And the halpers ended up getting apparently some direct messages from people who thought they were literally like people there to help. So sorry about that. I've renamed that role in the Discord server. So that's it for this video, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.